In the center of the room, a small girl stands alone, hoodie too large for her frame, sneakers scuffed, her dark eyes fixed on the groom. "Your son is in danger!" she shouts, her voice cutting through the polished chatter like a jagged knife. Jacob Davenport, the groom, stiffens, confusion and shock crossing his face. The bride's bouquet slips slightly from her trembling hands. Security moves forward, but the girl doesn't flinch. She holds a crumpled notebook in one hand, her other hand shaking slightly, yet her stance is defiant. "He's leaving tonight," she says, urgency trembling in her voice. "They're going to—" She stops abruptly, swallowing fear, but the intensity in her gaze doesn't waver. Richard Davenport, Jacob's father, storms forward, his tailored suit immaculate, face thunderous. "What is going on here?" he demands, voice echoing over the stunned crowd. The girl meets his gaze without blinking. "Your son. He's in danger. You have to trust me. Please, I don't have much time." Jacob's heart pounds. A 12-year-old girl standing in the middle of his wedding, making a claim no adult has. Yet there's something in her eyes, raw, unwavering, that freezes him in place. The guests whisper behind him, murmurs spreading like wildfire. Security frowns, unsure whether to intervene, but Jacob steps closer. Who are you?" His voice trembles, disbelief mixed with sudden urgency. "I'm someone who's been watching," she says, voice steady despite the tears threatening to spill. "Someone who knows what's coming. You have to leave now." Her words are simple, but each one carries weight. The chandeliers glitter like frozen stars above them, the crowd holding its breath. For a moment, the world narrows to the girl, her courage shining brighter than the polished marble, the golden decorations, the carefully planned ceremony. Jacob glances around the room, the grandeur, the cameras, the well-dressed guests. It all fades. Nothing matters except her warning. Something primal tells him she's telling the truth. He looks at his father, who is frowning, disbelief and anger clashing across his face. "Jacob!" Richard snaps. "This is absurd!" "She's right," Jacob interrupts, voice firmer now. I have to check." He can feel the weight of the decision pressing down, the eyes of dozens of strangers boring into him, but he doesn't step back. He kneels slightly, lowering himself to meet her eyes. "Tell me what I need to know, now." Her lips part, words tumbling out in a rush, shaking yet urgent. "They're coming from the west side. You have to leave through the back. Take the car. Don't trust anyone who looks friendly. You have to save him." Jacob's pulse races, every muscle on edge. For a heartbeat, the room is silent again, the tension so thick it could choke. And then, the moment crystallizes. The wedding fades into irrelevance. No music, no applause, no sparkling dresses. Only a girl with courage bigger than the hall, a warning that chills his blood, and a choice Jacob must make in the next few seconds. A choice that could save his son's life or destroy everything. The chandeliers sway slightly as Jacob dashes toward the back exit, the girl close behind, her hoodie flapping in the sudden rush. Guests stumble, murmurs of confusion rising behind them, but he doesn't look back. Every second feels stretched, electric, as adrenaline pulses through his veins. The valet lot outside glimmers under streetlights, the sleek black SUVs waiting like silent predators. Jacob's hands shake as he fumbles with the keys, but the girl's calm voice cuts through the panic. "Drive west, fast, don't stop until you see the bridge." Richard's angry shouts fade into the distance as Jacob starts the engine, tires squealing against the marble pavement of the hotel driveway. The girl leans forward from the passenger seat, her small hands clutching the dashboard. "They'll try to follow," she warns. "He's counting on you. You have to save him." Jacob's mind races, heart hammering. Every shadow on the road could be a threat, every honk of a distant car a warning. The city streets blur past in streaks of neon and rain-slicked asphalt. She points quickly at an alley, her finger trembling slightly. Turn here. Shortcut to the West Side Bridge. Jacob obeys without hesitation. His thoughts whirl. How does she know this? How could a child see what he cannot? But there's no time for questions. As they turn the corner, headlights flare behind them. A black sedan appears, accelerating, keeping pace. Jacob swerves instinctively, trying to lose the tail through narrow side streets. The girl grips the dashboard, knuckles white. Stop thinking, move, trust your instincts. She's calm, steady, an anchor in the storm of his panic. Minutes feel like hours. Every red light feels like a trap, every pedestrian a potential obstacle. Jacob glances at the girl. Her eyes are dark pools of focus, determination beyond her years. Your son. He's near the old warehouse, she says, voice soft but urgent. They took him because of something he saw. You have to be careful. They'll do anything. The SUV slides to a stop under the bridge, tires hissing on wet concrete. Jacob jumps out, the girl darting ahead, small but unafraid, leading him through the shadows. The bridge looms above, traffic roaring, cars like metallic thunderclouds overhead. Somewhere below, the faint sound of a child crying cuts through the damp night air. Jacob freezes. His chest tightens. That sound, it's his son. They reach the edge of a dimly lit warehouse. The girl holds out her hand. Wait. Watch the doors. They'll come out one by one. Don't run in blindly. Jacob nods, swallowing hard. He can feel the sweat dripping down his back, every muscle coiled, every sense screaming alert. A figure appears, tall, imposing, moving quickly toward the door. The girl hisses, 3 of them, 2 left inside. Jacob steps forward, heart hammering, voice low but firm. Stay behind me. Her small hand brushes his sleeve. He feels a flicker of trust, fragile but real. Then the door bursts open. Shadows rush toward them. Jacob grabs the girl, slamming his shoulder into the first man. The fight is chaotic, brief, raw, 2 grown men against a terrified father and a small child. And yet, somehow they hold, pushing toward the cries, through the chaos. Jacob sees his son, huddled, pale, frightened, but alive. Relief and fear collide in his chest, a storm of emotions he can barely breathe through. He scoops the boy into his arms, holding him tight. The girl stands beside him, her small frame unwavering. Jacob crouches behind a stack of crates, clutching his son close. The girl stands just ahead, eyes scanning every shadow. The warehouse is silent now, save for the soft whimpering of his boy and the distant drip of water from a leaky roof. Every nerve in Jacob's body screams danger, but he feels a strange calm beside her, like the world narrowed down to this one mission, this one moment. A faint click echoes, and a man steps into the light, holding a phone, panic etched across his face. I didn't think anyone would come back. He stammers. Jacob's heart pounds. His son curls tighter against him, sensing the tension. The girl whispers, It's him, the insider who tipped them off. Jacob's mind races. How deep does this go? Who can he trust? Suddenly, the man's voice rises, desperate, pleading. I was only following orders. He's not supposed to be harmed. Jacob's hand tightens on the boy. Who sent you? He demands. The truth spills out, a torrent of betrayal and greed. A family friend, a trusted business associate, trying to manipulate Jacob through fear to control the company. His son's innocent discovery of a secret meeting had put him in danger. Jacob feels a mixture of rage and relief. His son is alive, but trust has shattered like glass around him. The girl steps forward, her small frame unwavering. We need to leave, now. Jacob nods, scanning the warehouse for any other threats. Every shadow seems alive, every creak a warning. He carries his son, the girl guiding them through a narrow side exit, the cool night air hitting their faces like a shock. They run through the alleyways, heartbeats pounding, the city's lights flickering past like fleeting hope. When they finally reach a quiet street, Jacob stops, setting his son down gently. His chest heaves. "Thank you," he says, looking at the girl. She shrugs, brushing dirt from her sleeves, eyes serious. "Someone had to tell you the truth before it was too late. That's all." He searches her face, trying to understand the courage, the calm, the bravery of this small girl who just saved his family. Jacob kneels beside his son, brushing hair from his forehead. Tears sting his eyes, not just from relief, but from gratitude, from awe at the way a child could see danger adults overlooked. "I promise," he whispers, "I'll make sure you're safe always." The girl watches, quiet, a small smile breaking through her serious gaze. As dawn begins to break, painting the city in soft gold, Jacob realizes something powerful. Wealth, power, even status. All of it meant nothing without the people you love, without those small, brave acts of honesty and courage. The girl turns to leave, vanishing into the city streets as silently as she arrived. Jacob calls after her, but she only shakes her head, disappearing around a corner. He lifts his son, holding him close, and in that quiet moment, surrounded by the hum of waking city life, Jacob understands a truth he had never learned in boardrooms or wealth. Real power is protecting those who cannot protect themselves, and real courage often comes from the smallest hearts.